Okay, welcome everybody to the week 3 of the GSL. We've got Dave's versus Skill Issue, an upper division match. My name is Sparkfire. I'm joined by Omega on Share 2 and Printers on production as we go into this, as I said, upper division match. Omega, what are you expecting from these two rather bottom end teams, at least right now?
They're two pretty good teams. Well, they're both UD teams, but I'm probably going to say a bit of a messy game. We're just 2 days into the new update. I think a lot of people are still testing out new gods, new builds, and not entirely sure what they're getting themselves into. So I think it's going to be an interesting game, and anybody who's watching is probably going to learn a lot just from seeing what a few UD players are capable of with the new update.
Yeah, going straight into picks and bans as well. The first ban, Bakasura. We've done that too. I think it's reasonable. It's definitely not
Yeah.
something you really like dealing with. Achilles too. The buff on his ultimate right, the execute. You think that was impactful? Or is it just the item changes?
I think it's just I think it's a bit of both. Update, ultimate. I think it's good into the tank meta.
Yeah.
Overall, safe ban. Baxter safe ban. Nox safe ban. I think
Sure.
we all know that these can be some dangerous picks.
That Nox CC is for sure dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. I've had trouble myself with it. It looks like skill issue is just delayed their thinking.
Yeah. Herkman, they really don't want to play into any solo issue, do they?
Solo, are they
Herc,
scared?
yeah.
They cannot be scared of Sped, surely.
I wouldn't be, I know that one, that much.
But Hercules ban is interesting. I know that he was good the last patch. I didn't think it'd be too good this patch.
I mean, the items should still be good, shouldn't they? Right? You've still got the speedy breastplate. Surely,
yeah,
Glad Shield should be alright.
A bit more solo laners who can dish out
Yeah.
a bit more damage and also a bit more consistent damage. We're seeing a lot more King Arthur recently.
Yeah.
He's been even played a bit in SPL today, and is doing really well. So to see kind of Hercules, it's interesting for me at least.
Yeah. And last two bands coming, Zhonghui, one I did not expect, that's for sure. And the Hachiman, more standard, still probably the best, if not one of the best hunters.
Hachiman's understandable. The Zhonghui though, see, I would have said that was interesting. However, I heard that Zhonghui solo is pretty strong right now. So it's interesting. I would like to see it played myself. I haven't seen it. I've only heard from some people.
Yeah. And a Sun Wukong first pick, is this something you would pick up here, or is that something for later rounds?
I think it's a safe pick. I love a bit of Sun Wukong. I know that Sped's pretty good on Sun Wukong. He was good in last man. I think he will still be good this meta.
Of course, Sped known to build Soul Eater on everyone, so it makes sense.
Yes,
makes
exactly.
Perfect sense.
I think he just likes those. Wouldn't surprise me if he built Soul Eater on a Hercules, honestly.
That would surprise me. I do not know if Soul Eater and Herc would be the play.
No, it wouldn't be. Even
my blood runs cold.
Solbek, I've actually seen some more Solbek this patch as well. I think that's a great pick. If you can hit the plugs, of course, it's just amazing CC. The Jing Wei is, I mean, it's a solid pick, right? Safety, good late game damage. What more do you want from an ADC?
Yeah, I feel like I'm saying this word a lot, but it's safe.
Yeah.
It's definitely something I'm a bit shocked about. I think Chablonke and Rama, they're still both open. I probably would have gone with one of them. But Jingwei, if it's a comfort pick, if you think it's going to go really well into Song Wukong, then why not, right? So.
Do you reckon we're going to see some actual crit build here, or is Jingwei still just going standard hunter?
I think just standard pen.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I don't think crit's going to be good against any of this.
We gotta get some more crit builds in here, let me tell you.
That Fafnir pick's good. Interesting though.
I was just flying past and thought I'd drop
by.
Have a minute-long Fafnir in late game. That is going to be interesting.
I was going to ask, do you think we're going to see some double hunter plays then? But the ESET kind of destroys that dream already. But what do you think of the double hunter comp in general this patch? Or if you still think the mages are something you should have?
I think double hunters is probably a lot more viable than what it was last season. I thought it was good last season. I think it's going to be even better this season. Because just how tanky everyone is, some people need to survive. People need to kill those frontliners. Really, I
You
think ADC
dare
is
test
the way
your
to go.
might against
But
Tiamat?
another way to go is just maybe a mid laner who can survive. I would probably say ESET's got a lot of CC, hard to survive on, but a lot of CC and a lot of damage. And I think Tiamat's really good to survive as well. Decent, got CC, got the lifesteal, got that just pure tankiness. So I think it's both pretty decent mid picks there.
Yeah, I mean the ESET, I do agree. CC is great. Damage is pretty decent as well. I am a little bit worried if this Solberg will hit his plugs. I'm a little scared for the ESET's life. Tiamat more so just standard run of the mill mid pick. I have heard that the proc builds for mids are good now, and Tiamat definitely benefits of Soul Reaver and builds that use items like that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I heard
Take your
that
last breath.
a few mid laners are now building a bit tankier, so they're looking at tablet. I think Tiamat does amazing with tablet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm jungle main. I heard tablet Tiamat. It was the bane of my existence when that was meta. So it'll be interesting to see he comes back. But we see a Circuit. That's interesting again, because see, a lot of people are banning her, but this season I'm not sure how good she will be, though she hasn't really hit any nerfs. Just crits not so good anymore. But I think she could go really big. I mean, she already was doing that hybrid build. I think with a single Deathbringer she can kind of kill a backliner, because they're not really going much more tankier either. But so it should do well here.
For sure, but looking at those last
I
four
am the
bands,
king
we've got
of
4 more
beasts.
jungle bands. Do you think any of
The
those,
bigger they are, the harder they
should have
fall.
been in any of those bands instead of, I don't know, Fen or Wilix, for example?
No, I feel like that Willix would have been really good into her team.
Yeah.
I think a Fenrir would have been really good as well. Just I've heard that Fenrir might be really good this season. Yet to see,
Come on and
but
hit me!
should do really well. And a Susanoo and a Thor are just really 2 very good picks, I think, or bands.
Yeah. Those
So,
two just generally make sense.
Just lots of good junglers, really. I think. Nonetheless, Circuit was picked up. However, why Marty? Marty is absolutely cracked. In my personal opinion, I can't believe it was 5th pick on Dave's. But I think it works well into their team, so it's interesting. And a Bologna is also good. Wasn't picked up last season much. I think I had almost like 0 gameplay, but this season I think we'll be seeing a lot of Bologna.
Well, that is interesting on the Marty. You talked about how it, first of all, gets so low, but then also as an actual ADC pick and not mid lane. And I also feel like there's a little bit of wasted potential with the Fafnir, as we do go straight into the game. But would you have liked to maybe see different? Oh no, we see. Oh,
Dirty.
yeah,
Dirty.
indeed.
Oh, I've heard about this.
I can't believe it.
So what this does is that this gives a certain amount of people just a little bit of XP.
The Faf took it.
Yeah, well, I think you can. Oh, Faf took it. Oh wow, amazing. Oh, look at this fight in mid lane already. This. Oh my god. What are we turning into? It's like League of Legends. Jeez. But yeah. So if say like 1 or 2 characters split the what are they called, ghost things, right?
Yeah.
It gives them just enough XP that they reach level 2 before they get into lane. Which hitting level 2 before getting into a lane is a massive advantage, really.
I'm interested to see who actually gets level 2 now, right? Fafnir will for sure. He's gotten 1 minion himself. But then we've got like a triple or quadra split, I think, below Tiamat, Sobek, Circuit, and Jingwei.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see if this actually pays off now or not.
I think the Fafnir will reach level 2. Not sure about everyone else, because they 3 split it, but Fafnir got it solo. So.
Yeah. Now, before we were interrupted by all this cringe, do you think that this Fafnir is maybe losing a bit of value by having an ESET mid and a Marty Core as an ADC?
No, because you got to remember that there's also a Nemesis jungle. So they
That
might
is
go a
very
bit
true.
less attack speed in their build, maybe a bit tankier, and just rely on the Fafnir buff. And the Marty is always good. See, there you go. So you've got Fafnir level 2 and just immediately putting pressure on the duo lane.
But Sobek and Jingwei were also level 2 very quickly here, so honestly not much gained. I don't know, it's a weird strat. I'm not sure I like it.
Definitely an interesting strat.
Yeah. You see Purge dropping to half in mid lane, some small early skirmishes, nothing big though. His spread is also pushed under his tower. Oh, sorry, Scotland Yard is. Who do you expect to be more active early? Ptolemy is trying to get something happening. Oh, he's going to be stunned out, dropping quite low. First blood is going to happen. Purge even lower, but both will get out.
Oh,
Very
wow.
close here.
That was very close. I didn't expect it to be so kind of one-sided there. Just some solo laners beating each other. What else?
Some good double stuns coming out from that, he said. Some more skirmishing in mid, but nothing else going to happen. So Cat actually rotating over to dual lane now. Never mind. Trying to go for mid camps. Mid camps have become more important though, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. I've heard a lot of stuff about saying that they're probably the number one.
Yeah, Purge blinking in. The Eastern will drop down to half. Ptolemy also very much involved, but now it's only Archie trying to go for more. Surely they can turn this, right? Skillish, you just have to turn around. No, Purge, actually, I lied. Purge will drop down to Archie Baker, who will easily take this 2v1 and find the first blood of this game. We do see...
I only saw one Circuit dash there. I'm a bit curious where his other dash was, but he definitely underestimated the Nemesis damage.
So did I. Can't blame him.
I knew it'd kill him, but I was just waiting for the Circuit dash.
Now this is also, you do want to have this pressure on Circuit early, don't you? Like, you do need a few items until you can really one-shot someone, so these early deaths are going to hinder skill issue a lot, in my opinion. Or do you disagree here?
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, as we can see the Circuit has gone a bit earlier build. They're doing the Brawlers, then crit, I'm sure. Which is, I think, pretty viable. I've seen a lot of people go Brawlers recently over Trans, especially after the Trans nerf. Though Trans is still viable, just for a Circuit, maybe trying to get a bit more online, it's perfectly fine.
Okay, I'm sorry, but what is this Fafnir doing? Why is he just... Okay, I mean, it's worked out, I guess.
I don't know.
Dragging this green buff across half the map.
Hey mate, this is UD. These are some strats we don't even understand.
We don't understand, yeah, no. You are
Oh, what is going
right.
on solo?
Oh, wait a minute.
He's a whole level above, but he hasn't died.
Also, we have been proven wrong. Scotland Yard is not building Soul Eater. What's going on?
Where's he going? Wait, let me have.
He's got breastplate.
He's got breastplate. Straight off the bat. Okay. He's going tanky Song Wukong then.
I mean, it does make sense, right? This patch, all the tank and I guess more... But we don't really technically have hybrid items anymore, right? But the more hybrid-focused items are quite strong now. So I guess I don't mind it.
Yeah, I mean... What, like Song Wukong into the tier man. It'd be good for the Nemesis setup as well, I think.
Very early rotation from the Bellona. It's not enough. He's just going to lose a wave, right?
He should get back in time. Song Wukong hasn't got that clear because he's gone defense first.
Yeah. Also, why the Sigil instead of Bluestone? Isn't Bluestone also quite good this season? Or this patch, rather.
I think it got buffed slightly. I don't know if it's what you should call good. Though I still think there are just much better starters. I mean, you've got the anti-heal one, which is good. Sigils, I think, is always going to be pretty decent with the mitigations it provides. Looking into the team, he doesn't really need the anti-heal one. I think the Bluestone one's good for clear, but you get a single damage item in Song Wukong now. I think he just clears wave easy.
Small fight breaking out over this mid cam. Ptolemy has to jump out, dropping half again. We do still have Purge around the corner, but I don't think this Fafnir in his dragon form is really too bothered. So everyone just kind of backs out, looking at each other menacingly. But nothing else happening.
Yeah, it's just that thing where they don't know when they're gonna jump. So one team jumps and the other team jumps after hearing the other jump, and boom, there's no fight.
Bit of a slow one, this one, isn't it? Skill issue are ahead, even though they have not gotten the first blood. They are farming better. So 700 gold lead just about. Where is that actually? It's gotta be in solo. Yeah, it is just basically the Bologna out farming the Sun Wukong.
Yeah, it's just the solo. Sad to see Spez, but has he done that?
Priest
What?
bad,
Just
get him
he's
back
gotten
to LD.
totems. The Bologna must have gone every single totem, every single cooldown buff.
Would make sense, right? Bologna is this much more early game pressure character. You would think Wukong has the same, but I think the cleave autos of Bologna just make her so much better at pressuring early, right? She's just so much stronger in those first few minutes of the game.
Yeah, there is that, and also the I think the Bologna just clears wave, like you
Yeah.
said in Sun Kong, especially if the Sun Kong hasn't gone damage first time.
Purge having to blink defensively 2 levels down to this Nemesis. So we do also see a small fight in mid. Ult out of Ptolemy, who is also level up actually, but nothing else happening. We do see some damage coming out from Jing Wei, having to ult out. The death from above from this Marticore is not enough to find the kill. And with that, we're just back to nothing happening again.
What is interesting is the Song Wukong has got the name escapes me. What's that chest speed called?
Mystical Mail.
Mystical Mail. I have not seen that item in absolutely years.
It also hasn't been changed, has it? Oh, a dash in from the Jing Wei. Hold that thought. We do see the beats coming out, right? I think. For the Marticore, who is dropping really low. He is also Deathbane. Not dead quite yet. Skiller trying to find it. Another good pluck right in front of Purge will finish off the skill. But Jing Wei is actually looking really low. Sobek having to ult here. And the far lead from the Fafnir almost catching the Jing Wei, but it's not enough. Archie Baker also here. But he can unfortunately not turn this around into a favorable situation for his team.
Yeah, that was a close call for the Jing Wei. Good shield by the Fafnir, if I had that right. Yeah, it's just good team fight. The second I saw that Marty uses beads and the circuit jumps, I was like, well, that guy's dead, isn't he? Can't lose your beads in front of a circuit.
Yeah. Now, I would like to see Archie Baker get a bit more active here, right? He's 2 levels above. He's almost got his second item fully built. He's going to go for Berserkers, right? He's going a bit more hybrid here. But surely Archie can just, like, gank somewhere and make something happen for his team.
Yeah, I would probably say, but like you said earlier, it's it seems like a bit of a slow game. If he was going to gank someone, I'm not entirely sure who would gank. Jingwei is a very safe pick. Pretty much just gets out instantly. The Bologna's pushing up quite far. Probably possibly a Bologna kill there. But I think the Bologna's just got dominance in the lane, and with Sped going tanky, I don't think they're going to do enough damage. And Tiamat, I mean, unless that Tiamat really messes up, I don't think he's dying either.
That is very true.
So for Archie to have this 2-level lead, I'll just say keep farming.
That's fair enough. We did see, as you predicted, the tablet on the Tiamat. Some more CC coming on Ptolemy, but not enough. Nothing else happening. Another fight around mid-Harpies. We did say those are more important, coming up more often, giving more golden XP, I believe. So those are definitely a point to fight over. Especially with the new... What's it? Not Bastion. What's the place that you can... Jesus Christ, I have forgotten all the words. In the middle thingy, right? Yeah, you get me.
Oh,
you know
the
what I mean.
12 minute where it spawns in 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of that thing either. Yeah, the big circle thingy in the middle. Yeah. God, was it? The Titan spawns at 3 after the third one, I think now. But I have heard that by getting those, I don't know, control points, it boosts your damage to towers and structures, etc.
Yes.
But it does look like the game's paused.
Yeah. So, I mean, actually, do you like these new changes coming into this patch? Like, right, you've got more places on neutral camps to fight over. You've got more neutral objectives in this capturable point. Is it something you like, or do you think it's a bit too snowbally now?
I think it's too early to say. Honestly, I
Yeah,
haven't liked it.
that's fair.
I'm not gonna be. I'm not really too judgmental, but ooh.
Okay, Archibald blinking and ulting the Sakat, but he's just going to be pushed away. And Sakat just has so much mobility, no way for Archie to find that.
Fafnir.
Fafnir dropping under tower actually, but he's super alone. He's going to do transform under the
gonna do it
tier
again.
1, but he's still going for it. But what's he going to get? Come on, Popular.
Oh, they
Get out.
just can't kill him.
Leave again. He's going to be plucked back in, but he just takes no damage. Archie is still here. The Jing Wei does still have her ultimate, so there is no way they're really dying here. I guess there is going to be a Sobical, but again, not
It's just
much
no
happening.
damage.
So
It was
tanky.
just so tanky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, do I like the new changes? I think it's too early to tell, really. Because I prefer a bit more of a burst meta. Well,
Yeah.
I love a bit of Susano, though I still think it might be good. But yeah, I played a set the other day. It was a bit of a pain to try and kill people, honestly, I would say.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see. Thing is, I think I didn't play the right gods. This is just down to playing the new meta. We don't know what's good. I think I saw an Ao Kwong in SEC earlier. That'll be interesting to pick up. Or a Poseidon jungle. That would be good to play as well. But we'll just have to see what the pros play, and then what we can copy almost.
Yeah. I mean, then interestingly enough, though, right, we see those mage pigs in jungle that will definitely build full damage, but then most other jungles we see it on this Nemesis and Sakat as well will build hybrid. So, yeah. Basically, what do you like to play more, I guess, or which do you think is better, this hybrid, or do you still want to burst someone?
I mean, I would love to burst someone, but I just don't think it's viable.
Yeah.
I think being a bit tanky is probably best. I mean, this Nemesis build looks pretty decent. The Circuit build looks pretty decent. I mean, you even seen on ESET. The Warlock staff, the TMS going tablet, that kind of thing. This is an interesting fight, though.
We do have a big fight in mid, but I say big, but no one's really dying. We do see a good rotation of Bologna again. Popular is now in a bit of a tight spot. We do see the ESET ult coming out, who's gonna maybe keep himself alive. Not his support, though, coming out very late. This ESET is dropping quite low. The same going for Biggie Doinks on this Bologna as well, though. But no one can really find him. But Jingwei just ulting out is a 1-for-0 for skill issue as they back out of this fight that must have surely taken a minute. Another good CC onto Silor, but the Sobek would also just dash out. This is crazy how tanky everyone is here. Like, they were literally hitting each other in the face for a good full minute.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think they put a lot into Fafnir. They got the kill, but they lost the poke battle, and just due to that, they lost the point. Bit sad
Beacon,
to
that's
see,
the name.
that was a bit ridiculous, though. I mean, with 13 minutes in and only one person died. So many abilities hit contact. So many abilities, basics. Just nothing was really missed, and no one died.
Yeah, no one died.
That's kind of what I meant when I said it's a bit harder just to kill people now. And I think the metas are going to change due to that. We might see a few more executes almost, or hypothetical. I don't know what's the word. Poseidon ult, pretty much an execute in it.
Yeah. I mean, for that, on the side of Dave's, actually, I'm a little bit worried now thinking about it, right? As you say, we have gone a lot more tanky this patch.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because of that, those basic attack hunters have gotten stronger, even though they have also... Have they been nerfed a bit? I'm not quite sure, to be honest. But, alright, and you look on the side of Dave's, though, and you see an ESET mid, decent burst, more really the utility from the ult and the CC, I would say, is a reason to pick it. And you've got the Marty and ADC who will do more ability damage instead of basics, so that consistent damage that a Jing Wei will be bringing is just lost. Are you a bit worried here maybe that the Daves will never really be able to kill anyone?
No, I think Daves will kill people. They've got the Nemesis ult, so they should be able to burn people really. though the Marty is more ability based, you are right, and I get what you're talking about. So I would probably say it might be difficult if this Nemesis doesn't pop.
Hmm.
It seems like a team which is heavily reliant on Archie. So Coleman Archie, step up. Your team's relying on you here.
Still 2 levels up, but he's just not been able to do anything with it. His build also doesn't really allow it. I feel like he doesn't have any pen yet. He will not die, that's for sure, but he also won't really get any kills. There is a Blinken from Purds onto this Magikarp, who will just go up into the air and is save like that. Archie Baker is also here getting the shield buff. But again, nothing else happening. I don't think a Gold Fury is really up on the table either. Everyone is just too healthy, too tanky.
Yeah.
With that,
I mean,
just waiting again.
I would like to probably see Dave's do an objective. They've got the E set. Oh, she's not doing too much damage. She hasn't got a second item yet. But they've got the E set. Oh, why not use it, right?
To another gank in solo, this time the Jingwei having to ult side with it. This might be a problem. Will he get back to his tower? Yes, the taunt from the cat is good, and with that, he has saved Goddamn on this Jingwei.
It was a good fight. I think Sirko got quite a few beads out. I think from the Nem. No, Nem. Nothing. I mean, she got the Marty ult and beads. Oof.
And Archie just hasn't left, so there is the re-engage and the kill into the Jingwei. Sillor also in a bit of a tough spot. He's gonna dash out half HP, but that would mean, as you said, Daves can maybe go for this Gold Fury. There is a Bellona in the backline, though, who will do a lot of damage, almost dropping to half, meaning that Daves will turn back around for this Gold Fury. We do have Scotland Yard over now as well, who will try to zone, but Daves, they think it's too risky, not going to go for it. They don't really have much. As you said, they've got good secure routing, as you said, but the burn is kind of not there. Unless you've got a lot of damage on Nem, but I don't think she does do that yet.
No, I just don't think any of them. I mean, it was a possible Gold Fury. I mean, I would have liked to see a possible Gold Fury, but the Bellona was there. She's level 17. She's a bit huge. This Bellona will start doing a lot of stuff soon, I think. Should probably start going into a bit more damage, I think. But I would have liked to see maybe a Gold Fury or a Pyro.
Yeah, or maybe some more aggression onto this Solveig so you can more safely engage on the Gold Fury.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? I was just about to say Dave's got the advantage with there is a 3-level difference in jungles in the jungle. Okay, 2 now. But there's also a 2-level difference in the solo in the mids and a single level solo in the solo. So to rely on the E set ult for a bit of a secure against a Tiamat who's going to be hitting a lot harder than you, it's I think it's a bit of a gamble.
Another is getting ganked, but he's actually turning it around. Purge dropping really low, killed by this Magikarp, who is knocked up and killed by the ultimate out of from the Jingwei, who will also use it simultaneously to just get out of that. 1-for-1 so far. Sillor again being just chased out. With that, nothing else can happen again. We do see, actually, skill issue, very smartly, going for this Pyromancer on the other side of the map, but we do see Scotland Yard and his mid laner coming to contest it.
I thought it was a good Pyro pull, but they must have wards there. That's their fault for not putting the wards down. Or not clearing them. Ooh, that's an interesting
again,
fight.
it's skirmish around this Pyromancer. We do see Fafnir going into his dragon form. Again, just everyone being so tanky. Bellona being stunned out, almost half, but I don't think it matters too much. He is still up a decent bit. He's gonna really not die here at all. But now the Fafnir is gonna stay quite a lot longer in his ult, isn't it?
Oh yeah, so when it's maxed out, they last up to his ult lasts up to a minute now. So definitely a long while. Not entirely sure what the timers are regarding any other ones, but there you go.
There you go.
That's what I meant.
Exactly.
ESET skill. Done.
Yeah, using the ESET, just like you are supposed to. Omega is proud. Skill issue turning is around. They are looking for a pull onto Gold Fury. However, Bellona still in base. This is going to be a 5v4 for Daves. Can they maybe make something happen now? Popular is dropping to half already as we get almost a combat pause. We did see Bologna actually TPing into that ward. That's actually kind of cool. That no one saw that. I think the ESET is in a little bit of trouble here. Kinsa is online now as well.
He's in danger. Yeah, there was a bit of surely there's points. Who's paused that?
Biggest combat pause we've ever
Look
seen.
at that. Yeah, it was almost perfectly paused on the Bologna. Poor. Oh, I'd love to see what kind of happens. Oh,
Yeah,
we
well-
missed
oh,
it!
we missed it!
Sorry guys, I apologise. That is a production issue right there.
Below-
It wasn't,
yeah.
but we'll blame printers nonetheless.
Bologna jumping low, so is Popo Ptolemy's gonna jump into dog mode. Using Aegis
Panic
for
Aegis.
no reason really, yeah. We do see Scotland Yard having to pull out of there. And that is still not a goal for Ptolemy, actually. Purds blinking back in. And another block as well. Scotland Yard is kind of in a bad spot, though there is no one to do more damage to him. So again, there's just skill issue there, just waiting around now, not doing anything. Actually, another, he is in a bad spot, dropping fairly low, having to use the death from above to get back out. A blink past the Jing Wei, who is alone in the middle of everyone, then still won't die.
How is she
Archmaker going past it, the Spirit Ball almost hitting, and then it's finally gonna be the end for this Jing Wei, who was, I don't know how he got
I'm shocked. I don't even know how he got that far away. That is proper great getaway. I mean, he Jingwei all into their camps, and then
Bologna getting a triple stun with her ultimate, but this time there is everyone here to punish her over aggression. Daves will also get the Gold Fury at the back end of that fight. I did think for a second the Daves didn't look too hot here. They were all pretty low and still pulling that Gold Fury with 3 of skill issue up. But then, I guess, a bit of miscommunication. Bologna jumping in, dying immediately without any follow-up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just the Bologna. If you can get a 5-man stun, you do it for the achievement, surely. If no damage comes out after, it's your team's fault. No, I think it was a bit of miscommunication. I mean, it was a really good Bologna ult. Sadly, there was just no team to follow up, just because everyone had been kind of poked out already. But, you know, yeah, again, really great ESET ult to secure an objective. That is what we like to see.
Indeed. Now we're back to this time. But actually, I think a few tier 1 towers could be good for Dave to take down, right? They need to get this lead a bit bigger. We still barely see any. We're just about at 1k gold for the Daves. So maybe pushing now that mid tier 1 right, the right tier 1, going to propel them enough to maybe get a advantageous fight, around fire. Popo is going to be plugged back in, but he's just this super tanky Pfeffian that will never die, no matter how much abilities are pumped into his face.
No, I think he even took a few tower shots there. Nothing. Just absolutely nothing. This Sobek is doing bits, though.
Block. Yeah, but no one is there to take advantage of it. Now
Where's his team? We need justice for the Sobek. Come on!
I mean, told me right, he should be doing damage soon. He's got his tablet almost all the way stacked, right? If that's up there, it's still true damage, correct?
Is it true damage? Yes, it is. I believe so.
Yeah.
I think we got enough though, but it's just there for the health in it. For a mid to be a bit more tanky.
Yeah, it could also be now. We do see, the third beacon, right? Should be coming up soon. First 2, I believe, were taken by Daves. I'm not quite sure. Another fight in mid. Actually, good damage from the Marticore Sealer and the Jing Wei dropping really low. The Sobek has just been forgotten. Purds going onto Popular again, but he still is faffing. A lot of mobility, a lot of tankiness. We do see another Bologna ultimate coming down onto this poor ESET, who is alone in her own ultimate, killing herself back up to make this fight even again. No one dropping yet, but under the tier 1, Archie Baker will find the Jing Wei, and with that, all the damage from the side of skill issue has been dealt with. Tier 1 dropping as well in a straight retreat to this Pyromancer to make the gap in gold that you've had even bigger.
Yeah, I just think I think Dave's might be on a bit more of an understanding of where everyone needs to be. I saw that the Circuit went into the Fafnir. Wasn't a bad choice just to take out the Fafnir straight away, especially as he was low. He's in his ultimate. Circuit ult it, just burn him. But there just wasn't enough damage into him. He just was able to dash out. But then I think the Bologna went absolutely huge, but sadly just no follow-up from their team, as teams seem to be slowly backing up into the tier 1, then the tier 2. And Archie, perfectly placed, just kind of took him out.
Yeah, coming around the back to finish off those kills. Definitely a good choice. Beacon is going to be there soon. We can already see Daves are grouping around it. This time Skill Issue are not. I'm actually interested to see, like, this ESET is so far behind, but we still don't see Tiamat, like, having much more impactful damage. Siller back in mid, getting CC'd out. Oh, that is a lot of CC. He gets the pluck out. He will leave his Suket behind, but it doesn't really matter. Who will ult? Another here who's gone far, far ahead, but he does so for a reason. Death from above will take out Purge. And that is a Fire Giant call? No, we just go back to Beacon.
Yeah, I think last season, or was it the first stun, first CC from the set? I think that would have been a kill last season. This season it wasn't, but though I think the Circuit really hates the Fafnir. He is ulting the Fafnir on cooldown into towers straight away, and he's just not tanky enough, sadly. Even though he's got Fridwin and the Sterner Binding. So do we see Circuit going a bit more tanky? Do we go Circuit doing a bit more damage? I'm not really sure, but I think if the Circuit doesn't go more damage, then I think he just becomes a bit more useless.
Yeah, I was going to say the same. It becomes a bit irrelevant, right? He maybe wants to Deathbringer.
He's got the CC at that point. He almost just seems like a CC bot.
Sure, but then you'd also need the damage to follow up on, and so far we haven't seen that. Bologna being engaged on. Poplar will just use the stuns from his ultimate to take that Bologna out of the fight, and that means 5v4 around Fire Giant. I don't know if Skill Issue can really contest this one.
Yeah, that is a huge pick by Daves. I mean, the Bologna's been doing a lot for their team. Sadly, he's 0-3, but he's been diving and he's been dishing out a lot of damage. He's also very tanky, so I think that they thought him as a threat. And that is fire.
Very interesting how Skill Issue are just trying to split push their way out of this, but now, yeah, Goddan and Purge are going to be rotated on from the people from Fire Giant. You see another who's going to use his ultimate, dropping Goddan really low, a blink coming out from Scotland Yard, and the overhead swing is going to be all that it takes. Heal is Jing Wei. We do see Titans actually now in left lane. Ptolemy and Siller try to get rid of this Order side Titan. What do you think about this mechanic? Do you think it holds a lot of relevance in pushing Phoenixes maybe, or is it just kind of
100%. I mean, whatever side's got a full health Titan barreling into a tier 2 Phoenix, maybe even the Titan room, it's huge. It really is. It's like a whole, it's like a tanky siege machine, which you just can't teleport to. It is really strong. In any aspect you take it, like just from here, you can see that Dave's kind of got the Titan, and then as it was spawning, they decided to, Skillshoot decided to go deal with the Titan, but Dave's decided to go do fire. It's just one of those, like, you can drop the Titan while that's pushing, go do fire, you know, or if you have fire, summon the Titan, and it will help you push. Yeah, I think it's a bit strong, especially as it's tank meta and not much damage being dished out. I think that Titan's even a bit more tankier than what it should be, but we'll see.
Yeah. I was about to say I would like Davis to push some towers finally with their FG, and they're doing just that. They are going to lose no, they're not going to lose the Pyromancer for it, because Skill Issue have to back so they don't lose their dual side Phoenix. There are still so many towers back up though, right? Davis should easily get a big gold in here. The ultimate from Bologna is not going to take her far enough. Scotland Yard is going to dunk on Biggie Doings, taking him out. A tier 2 dropping just after that. Maybe a push for Phoenix here. Yeah, Davis will stick around. They've got at least a few minions. Fafnir jumping in, getting a stun on Ptolemy and Siller. We do see Archie walking forwards as well. A good ESET ult will heal up the entire team, making sure no one drops. Phoenix down. And another push towards the left, Phoenix. A little bit of miscommunication. Archie almost backing out. Scotland Yard is going to tank this one out the other another though. He will take the fight to Siller, death from above as well to set up the kill for Archie. That is 3 down on the side of skill issue, and that means Daves are going to push the Titan room.
Well, that was a great siege, honestly, going down, was it middle lane and then going left. I thought it was a bit risky. I thought mid lane was safe, but going left lane was a bit risky, but it just seems that they weren't able to catch him out in any aspect. I will say Skishu seemed to have a lot of trouble just killing 3 archers. I think if they killed the 3 archers, they would have less to the Phoenix. Probably would have lasted a lot longer, but nonetheless, it was a good team fight, and they got 2 Phoenixes. They're going to back, do Pyro, and probably set up for fire.
Gold Fury as well. Both neutral objectives that were up are going to go to Daves here, I think. That is really well played. I did think you could maybe go for an end here, but then again, you don't have EFG yet. You have a few people low, so probably the good call to just back off. You've got Gold Fury coming up. You get a Pyromancer. It's another easy bit of gold. You can also still push down the right lane to at least get the tier 1. Daves are looking to be in a really good spot, more than 10k gold up as well, and they still have so much to take on this map.
Yeah, I mean, they've still got the whole right-hand side to do. All their camps are up. Fire Giant's about to spawn, and that's just turned EFG. I'm not entirely sure what skill issue can do here. Do they defend? Because the question is, if Dave gets EFG, I think they end. But where can skill issue defend from? Do they try and steal the fire, or do they try and buckle down in their Titan room and just kind of play it like that?
Yeah. What I thought was going to be a problem for Daves has now kind of turned into a problem for skill issue. I just don't really see where they're going to do damage from. Bellona also massively out of position, has to beat the silence and slow, but I don't think it's going to be enough. We have a Fafnir here. We have the whole team here. How long can you run? It's not going to be long enough. That's killed Bellona.
What's going on?
I'm not quite sure what that was about, but
I didn't see his initial thing, but I hope that wasn't trolling. Maybe he just got caught out trying to clear the waves. That might have been it. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say that was it. Otherwise, that seemed like a lot of trolling there.
It does open up the Fire Giant. No one is there to contest the skill issue, just like we did say they don't have the damage, they don't have the prowess to contest here, so an EFG just going to Daves for free, basically. I mean, there isn't really anything to split push either. We do see Purge back in mid, what they did with the first of tier 2. They will get the tier 2 this time, but we do see Sped coming over as well, trying to stop it, but there's really nothing else going on, just EFG dropping, Archie already pushing down Ryan. The Daves really know what they're doing here.
Yeah, I think Skirsh's done a decent job. They've decided to bunker down in their Titan. That's a decision I can get behind. But they've done a good job pushing up all the waves.
Poplar jumping in, a lot of damage on him, nothing else happening. The Fafnir transformation comes out. He will give his team above. But that is all for now. Sped in mid lane, looking for a cheeky split push. Phoenix in mid lane, almost coming. Oh, Purge in a lot of danger. He's seed by this E-set, dropping solo, and Poplar with the tick damage in his dragon form will take the kill here. Right Phoenix pushed by the rest of the team. The other another picking up another kill. That's 2 for the Daves, who will this time again push down to the Titan room. Biggie doing slow on his Bellona again. Will he get back to the fountain? He will for now. God damn. Actually jumping in with the Jingwei ultimate, which may cost him his life. It doesn't for now. Bellona going in, but this Bellona cannot survive anymore. The ADC is on lane. The same with the Nemesis. And with that, I think this should be game 1 to Daves as the Titan slowly falls. And yeah, just no damage coming out from skill issue at all on anyone.
No, sadly not. It looks like the Bellona sacrificed a lot of defense for a bit more damage. However, it seems like it kind of bit him in the butt as he just got one shot by the Marty. What can I say? Marty is an absolute broken god, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I hope to see a Marty banned in the next game, but that nonetheless, I think Dave's played really well. Like I said, Archie had to step up as the I think the prime damage dealer or the prime basic attack, constant damage kind of god he is with the Fafnir, and he did well. 7-0-6 with 21k. He's done really well. We don't tell him that though. Don't boost his ego.
I mean, surprisingly enough as well, I was very much convinced this ESET was gonna be got on a lot more and killed a lot more, but no deaths for Minokino. Good bit of damage. His ultimates definitely were good as well for secure and some good healing on those Phoenix sieges. Dave's honestly just playing their composition really well, right? They've got a lot of CC, a lot of lockdown, and a lot more damage than I granted thought they would have. Meanwhile, on the other side, you just see the Jingwei kind of underperforming, I feel like.
I feel like Dave's has got a really weird team play, and I really like it. It's almost like their mid laner is some kind of peel, this kind of peel setup god. They're playing very defensive, just making sure they survive and just make sure that their team is safe. With their ADC, the one mainly dishing out a lot of the damage. You got Fafnir just roaming around doing whatever he wants. But it works on a Fafnir. It's good. It does a lot of damage, helps a lot of team. And then you got the Song Wukong, the solo lane. He looks like rather than doing damage, it looks like he's doing a bit of damage, but it looks like he's just trying to CC and keep him there. Meanwhile, Archie is just kind of going in, just ruining him when he sees the chance. It's almost a very tricky team to deal with, I think. It's definitely a very good strategy.
Yeah. So Dave's after the first 20 minutes with a dominant victory in game one. I don't think skill issue is out just yet. Like I said, the first few minutes of the game were very even. I think skill issue definitely have a place to win the second game here. But for now, we're going to go into the break and we'll be back for you with game two of Dave's versus skill issue. And we are back with the second match of the UD set skill issue versus Dave's. Dave's taking game one in a very dominant fashion, at least once the first 20 minutes were over. My name is still Sparkfire. I'm still joined by Omega on Share 2 and Printer is on production. As we go into picks and bans straight away. Yeah, Omega, what do you think? What does skill issue have to work on here to change the outcome of this game?
Right. Personally, I think Dave's did really well, just based on their picks. I think they got slightly outdrafted, my own opinion. But I feel like Skill Issue need to do a much more damaging comp. They need to do a comp which just does a lot more poke, a lot more burst, or just a lot more consistent damage. Just damage. Show me damage, Skill Issue, so you can turn around these fights. But from the picks, from the bans already, it looks like Skill Issue had a lot of issues with after an E-set. They're no longer doing some of the safe bans. They are now just target banning, making sure that they don't want these gods in Dave's hands.
I'm still surprised, especially, I mean, the Fafnir I can understand. You tried to kill us Fafnir so many times and he would not go down. So the Fafnir ban, alright, I can get behind it. But the E-set, she was behind the whole game. And if you had just gone on her, I think she would have been an easy kill. I mean, we saw Bologna trying for it, but like this Circadian, like particular, just didn't go for the E-set. So the E-set ban, in my opinion, is a bit much.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the Fafnir was impossible to kill. Fair enough. Marty did absolutely amazing. The E-set, she played her role. She did very well. It's just kind of that CC, survive, heal up the team, secure objective. She did her job almost perfectly. However, I do think that Bologna was beating her around quite a lot, and I just think there wasn't enough follow-up.
Yeah.
So she was just surviving every encounter. So is she ban-worthy? I'm not entirely sure. I think they're just going to have trouble with someone else. But they've gotten rid of that objective secure, and they've gotten rid of that CC. So let's see how the game goes.
I mean, this will leave open quite a lot of big pigs, right? The Hachiman is still there. Kukulan apparently quite good now, right? The more damaging tank items are here, especially in general. Kukulan, when he is really taking hard to kill, is quite strong. He's got a lot of base damage. On the other side is Achilles, that we mentioned before, right? He's got the buff on his ultimate. The items favor him. So, a good first pick in your opinion?
I haven't seen Achilles honestly play. From the sounds of it, it sounds like the items favor him. The buffs favor him. The update favors him. I haven't seen him played, so hopefully we'll maybe see a bit of a pop-off game, and I'll become an Achilles fan. The Kukullan I have seen played. Went into our ADC, who couldn't fight him. Spitefire.
What? I don't know what you mean.
But Kukullan, I think, does a lot of damage. He survives defense. He's got the protection. Yeah. He does a lot of damage, and I think he's doing pretty well this meta. So I think it's a pretty good pick. Though Chiron, that's interesting.
I was going to get to that too. It's like, right, you've got so many good hunters. The X-Ball, for example, the Hachiman, the Rama. I guess Dave's just really favor those ability hunters after playing Marty, who has not been banned, picking up a Chiron. Sure, I guess.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to flex it possibly a mid. I mean, Chiron's probably much better in mid than he is ADC-ish. I think you understand what I mean. So maybe they're possibly going for a flexy kind of flexy pick here. But personally, I like Jablanca a lot more.
Yeah.
His bottom is absolutely cracked in team fights. I think Terra pick's pretty nice as well. For me, I don't know. Maybe Skill Issue's probably got the better team here. We'll see. Yeah. As of now, we'll see. There's still 4 more picks to go.
I think I would agree. The setup now is a lot better than before, I feel like. The Terra and Achilles will definitely do a lot more work. Late game as well, especially Achilles, I think, will do a lot more than Bologna that late game. And the X-Ball will have, I think, a better time doing damage and being more helpful in team fights, as you said, with his ultimate too. So I do think Skill Issue's top 3 here, quite strong. Dave's in the Kukullan and Horrors. I love the Chiron, I'm a bit taken aback on. But then again, I did think kind of the same about Marty. So I'm ready to be proven wrong again. Next 4 bans. Is Afro still ban worthy? I'm not sure. Then all those Charmers / Poseidon.
I have seen a lot of Afro recently. I have
Have you?
absolutely no clue why.
No
She's
god nor
done
demon can defeat
okay.
me.
She's done pretty decent. So I think she is decent to pick up if you can play her into the right team. Is she bad with it? I'm not too sure. I think maybe Afro just does very well into skill issue right here.
Also,
probably they're afraid.
I mean, you would have had to play her in mid now as well, looking at Dave's picks already. Do you think Afro in mid makes any sense? Or is that banner really just thrown out the window?
I mean, maybe a Kakalan jungle. The warrior meta jungle, I think, are probably coming back. Though I've seen a lot of Al Kwong. Maybe that'll ruin
Okay.
it.
Hear me out.
But,
Horus
I'm
jungle, Deathbringer, and some crit with, Hydras, and you one-shot people.
What's up with
With
you
your
and crit?
one.
Get rid of crit.
Listen,
Crit is
it's
not
overpowered,
good right
okay?
now. It's not good right now. they need the pen.
They need the pen, but like imagine you can just one-shot a backliner with like one big crit one on Horus, you know? Doesn't that sound fun? That sounds fun to me.
No. Right. So we've okay. Well, right. So what are we looking at though, skill issue wise? Agni mid. That's an interesting one. Lot of CC,
Bow
lot
to
of
your
damage.
queen.
I think it could do pretty well with a Nike. See, I told you. Look, Warriors jungle. Achilles.
Yeah.
That's got to be an Achilles jungle.
I
Surely.
was gonna say the same, yeah.
Is he good into Ravana? I don't know. That's interesting because the Ravana immunes it, but if you ain't got the immune, does the Ravana dare go Aegis on a jungler? Or,
No, I think I agree with the sentiment. I think Ravana does well into Achilles. You can either immune the execute or the stun. Both definitely good. You still have the ultimate as well to avoid stuff there, so definitely a good pick. Also, on the side of Dave's, there's just so much CC, which I'm a bit worried skill issue will not be able to deal with again. But then again, they also have a lot of good CC, right? They have ugly stuns, Nike knock up, Terra has a lot of CC, Achilles is there as well. This is honestly a very even draft in my opinion. I do like it. Is we do go into the game 6 minutes late.
6 minutes in,
Production
right?
is trolling us. So far, both getting one kill. A big fight in mid. We do see Silo dropping low. The Argus will take that one. Going after Ptolemy as well. Man, I was just pushed right into this. I was not prepared.
Oh, Biggie Doinks. Sped solo? No? Oh.
Is it a solo? No, I think it was a... It looks like it has been a gank.
Right,
Nike
yes.
having an assist.
What is going on here, right? Okay, give us a second. We're 7 minutes in. What is happening? That's an Agni tablet. That's interesting.
I don't think I mind it. Right? Oh, Kino being stunned out. Purge being stunned out himself now. But yeah, no, I honestly don't think I mind. He has an easy time proccing it with his ultimates, right? He's got multiple abilities to proc it. I would imagine if you stun people with your toxic fumes and the ultimate, you will get a double proc of it, I would imagine. So I think that's probably a very good pick.
Okay, I can see that then. I mean, I've never played Agni tablet, so I'm not too sure on that. But yeah, what I am interested in is that he's opted.
Oh, Biggie Doing is dropping low. He will combat dodge his way out of there. Barely out. He not being able to pick this up. Meanwhile, on the viewer side, we see another fight. Popular being pushed up by Purge, who will now look around for another. But with both dual laners from Dave's pushed out, it's just going to be an easy shield buff for the sort of skill issue. Popular just basically watching, nothing he can do. Meanwhile, mid lane. I can just talk on forever now. Archie Baker looking for a gank on this Agni, but he will just dash out straight away. And nothing ventured, nothing gained. An ultimate out of Hera will mean Purge can come in here, getting a beads, the knock up onto Minokino as well. The push, unfortunately, not quite on point. Terra ult coming out. Will it be enough? A good wall from this Terra, but Minokino will barely walk out with his life intact.
Wow, that was a close fight. That was very close for the Hera. Do you know what actually saved her? She's gone tier 2 defense.
She has. Oh my lord.
That is what saved her. There you go. He's on another level.
Can we
compared
just
to
skip to the
everyone.
next match, man? I don't like where these builds are going anymore.
Yeah, just skip the season. Just go to the
Yeah,
next one.
nah, bro, it's
Hey,
over.
it's interesting. I
All
think
right,
it might
we've
be
had
cool.
this before, right? The Zeus with the breastplate of valor and stuff. I don't need it anymore.
Oh yeah, could work. Oh, maybe Zeus is new meta.
Oh, man.
Surely.
I shouldn't have said that, huh?
Yeah, sure. Should have kept it for our own team. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. What have we got though? The Hera's no longer got beads, so maybe we look at something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe abuse that. But I think again, it's just going to be a bit of a quiet game, honestly.
Probably. I mean, in duel lane, I don't think you can really get that much pressure. I mean, other than another will outclear this X-Ball quite handily, I'd say, but you don't really have any kill pressure then. We do see a big group out. Actually, this Chiron might be in danger. 4-man rotation onto him, or at least 2 for now. But he just dashes under tower. Again, nothing really happening. Now the rest of Daves are coming over. No, Minokino is gonna run back to mid. We do still have the Terra, who's a bit far in. Yeah, shield buff going down for skill issue again. Some good damage onto this Terra, but it's just not enough. Just never enough.
No, I mean they could catch this Hera. One bad position by her. She ain't got beads, so she should just die. But you also got to remember it is a night jungle, so it's going to be a bit hard for an engage until she's got blink up. Really, beads
coming out from Ptolemy after Popular just did some regular horror shenanigans. So I don't think anyone was really in range to capitalize on that.
Yeah, I think he respected the Horus damage a bit too much.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw the hero even a mile away, but yeah, it's all right.
No,
We move
on. This is something I do want to talk about because on Chiron, of course, the Transcend is perfectly normal with the Blue Stone, no problems whatsoever. But double stacking into Soul Eater, is Chiron really the god for that? Do you really have enough consistent ability damage for Soul Eater to make sense here? Because in my opinion, it doesn't really make much sense.
I think Chiron really goes Soul Eater.
Yeah.
But maybe he's kind of thinking it as some kind of like subpar Marty. Maybe yet again, we us simple MD players cannot understand the fathom of a UD player. So maybe he's just cooking. He's just absolutely cooking a storm of a build.
See, maybe what I should just take away from this match is that I should go back to Ability Hunter, so I'm just locking an AMC every game now. That works perfectly for me, honestly.
Yeah, AMC. Yeah, I hope everybody in MD hears that and bans it from you.
Maybe that's the strat, but Beacon coming up now and the big fight around, and Argus dropping down. Ptolemy already so low, having to run back to his tower. The same for Siller, will die too, this Argus. That means Dave's have the commanding position over this Beacon, fighting more Purds. Will up down, he will live for now, but not for much longer. Scotland Yard is here to do the cleanup. Purds out of the fight as well, and that means an easy Beacon for the side of Dave's. Will also maybe push for this mid-tier 1. Oh, Ptolemy has walked back in because another is behind his tier 1 tower. A stun onto Biggie Doings as well means he's dropping quite low. No, he's got 2 executes here. Another.
Oh, what's he holding?
As well. But it's not enough. Barely got out of the execute range. Not that the execute hit. That means Biggie Doings will get out for now.
Oh,
but, yeah,
wow.
Big fight for Daves.
That was a big fight for Daves. Really good, really well played. It was quite funny seeing the Horus jump in the way of the Chiron for that execute. It was save Mr. President. You know, it was good to see. Oh,
Scotland Yard still lurking around his Gold Fury. Some good damage coming out of the X-Ball, but
I think the X-Ball took more damage than the support there.
He did. Now then. I mean, okay, it makes sense, right? On Hera to build more defensively. You are such a sitting duck if you don't build some defense, right? You've only got your shield for self-peel. But I still just hate it. Just go damage.
On
Hera, yeah.
Oh, on Hera.
Hera,
oh,
not Terra.
I thought you said Terra.
No, Terra
So,
makes perfect
what are you
sense.
cooking
Damage
here? What
Terra,
are
huh?
you cooking? Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, that's not unheard of.
Diggy
Oh,
Doings.
come on, Sped.
Solo
Oh, is
killed
that
by the
solo?
big man.
Dirty.
Sped himself.
Unlucky Biggie Doinks. We do see that both solos are even in KD, so 2-1.
Yeah.
I think a bit of a defense. I think Cullen just had a bit more mana, so just kind of outwon that trade, sadly. But
Yes. With that, Daves will push for the Power Mans as well. They do already have a very decent goal lead. This has gone a lot quicker than in game one. I feel like Siller will try to step up to it, but Ptolemy, he's in danger. Half HP from only 2 tanks dunking on him. That's crazy to me. Siller will try to, take this, but Daves will not allow him. Ptolemy steps back up to the wave to get his farm. As the Daves are looking over to Duo's side, getting Oracles, maybe looking for this Gold Fury. But then again, I don't think, again, like last game, maybe I'm going to be proven wrong again, but like there is not that much, damage, right, for clearing objectives. You've got a Chiron, you've got a Hera that's building defense. Surely the Gold Fury is going to take ages to kill.
Yeah, you're right. There's just not really much. They're going to take absolutely ages to take objectives. I think they've been playing it right. They've just been looking at the fight rather than the objective. Pull fire, look for the fight. I mean, because they can tank it. They can tank fire right now. It means nothing to them right now. So, I'm just using fire as a kind of as an idea. But it does look like Dave's has got a lot more damage being dished out again. I think, again, just solely due to the picks. Though, when it comes to team fights, I think this Terra Ultimate should go huge. So, honestly, I think Dave's doing really well, but skill issue can definitely make a big impact in late game team fights.
I think so too. Skill just managed to not fall behind too much. They should be around objectives at least, favored by a lot. Daves do have a much better fight though. Also, what I thought was kind of funny, look at the player damage charts. Horus is 3rd top damage. His support has been slamming.
Oh my gosh, wow. He's just been letting him smack people. He's got the war flags, he's got the thieves, he's got the Bone of Binding. But at the same time, like, maybe we were right. Maybe we should respect the Horus damage a bit more, and this Agni was right to beat it earlier.
Good Dan looking for the solo fight. Other than another will just take Tara. And there is a Raven over the wall. Egg is coming out, but it does not matter. Expel will try to save himself with his ultimate, but it is just not enough. Archie coming over that wall will take out the Expel. Popperl also ulting back into mid, but nothing else really happening there. Ptolemy just walking out. He's a bit worried. Understandably so. This Horus just hurts too much.
Yeah, that was a bad time for the Triple on K to die, sadly. He and kind of unlucky as well. Not many junglers rotate to secure a tower, but he did, and he got that. And but I will say that Archie Baker got lucky with the dash.
Birds having to ult defensively. Other than another will also use a snipes and attempt to find him. Kill here. Archie going back in. Skill issue quite low, but no kills yet. Dave's what I was thinking, right? You get this kill onto the ADC, surely you can just turn around for a Gold Fury. But that's really where this composition struggles, right? You don't have the damage, as we do see Dave's turning around for it now. But all 5 are up. Achilles just backing now. Will maybe be coming over, but the only one there is Expel. Yeah, I just think that's a give it up. Gold Fury. Let's hope Expel doesn't die for it, actually.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're right. It's 18 minutes in, and it's just taking a bit extra time in it. But like I said earlier, they decided to take the fight and then go for the objective.
Yeah.
I think it's the only way possible right now. Unless you have a god which specializes in secure like ESET.
Yeah. Which you don't, so I do think Skillers you can step up for these objectives. They shouldn't just give everything up. We do see Scotland Yard being pushed out quite a lot. Biggie Doing's a bit low. Oh, Ptolemy finally getting a kill here. finishing off the Colon. We do see Dave's pushing forward now. Purge is quite low. He's gonna beat. Gets out for now Polymorph coming through, only hitting Scylla. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, yeah, the Snipes coming through, finishing off this Achilles. Mid lane still fighting as well. Minokino looking for some more damage onto Ptolemy and Scylla. Well, again, this fight is over 1-for-1. No, never mind. Popular will go back in. Ptolemy is stunned and knocked up, but no one else is really looking at him. Some return CC and a little bit of damage, but they know they've gotten what they wanted, and now it's time for another Pyro.
Yeah, let's look at trade for a solo lane. Oh.
Popular trying to be on zone duty. It works for now. Sealer and Purge are in the backline of Dave's though. But really, Minokino here with his defense, he's just not gonna die running down Sealer. Who's the frontliner now? It's Argus, that's for sure. We do see Purge trying to do something in the backline, but that just means there's another bit of a wasted fight, really. Nothing happening. Biggie Doinks is back in. Does he have an execute? Them just coming through. Unfortunately, no ultimate form just yet. Now here it comes. The execute coming through. Minokino, your physical protections don't matter against that. And he wants more. He sees Pop Roller, and he will just barely get out of range for that execute. But he's still low. We still see a push from Skill Issue. They still want more. Ptolemy is here. Not two bombs raining down from above. But Archie Baker and Scotland Yard just too tanky for anything else to happen here. Popular having to back. But that means the Pyromancer is now open for Skill Issue.
Oh, Pyronauts decided to go absolutely huge.
Yeah, we do see some snipes. Biggie Doing is back in his backline. He does so much damage to Chiron, just not having it. But with the help of his Horus, he will survive for now. Ptolemy also low, so is Purge. We do, I think, have to see a bit of a retreat from Skill Issue here. Biggie Doing is trying so hard, and he's doing so much. You can see on the player damage charge as well. He's topping it all now. But it's just not enough. No objectives taken. I mean, to be fair, this probably favors Skill Issue, doesn't it? Just slowing down the fight, the game.
Yeah, I mean, that was really good by Skill Issue. Like we said, I think we could probably see them actually contest the objective still. They're not that far behind, even though there is a bit of a gold lead. And just due to the tank meta, I think they can. It's all about just poke. I say poke, just how much damage can you dish out, and Skill Issue has got a good team for that. They shouldn't doubt themselves.
Skill Issue now looking around this Pyromancer, sorry. I do think, especially if X-Block can properly come online, those tanks on Dave's side should die a bit quicker. Pop Uller dropping to half, Scotland Yard being harassed by this annoying Achilles, but not much more happening. With that, Skill Issue will just, slow this game down even more. Minokino taking no damage, his shield just taking all of that. Some more skirmishing around Pyro, but no one's really engaging here. I think this is on Dave's. They have to go for it. Popular, he will do so now, getting a stun and knockup. Bit of a slow, but Biggie Dunks is there to get the rest of Dave's backline in check. Or keep them in check, rather. Archie Bacon are coming from the side. Biggie Dunks is ulting out. I don't know if that's necessary. He had a double stun coming out of the Terra. Purge getting a big knockup as well, but Minokino's damage is there. Biggie Dunks finding a return kill onto Popular. That means support for support as Dave's keep pushing this Argus, leading the charge. Ptolemy having to back out here, beating the route from Archie Baker, who is gonna ult just after him. But he will not find this kill just yet. His Chiron also low, so Skill Issue have to back out, not finding another kill. Yeah, as Skill Issue, they hold, they're holding up.
Yeah, I would say that's a win for Skill Issue there. They traded support for support. However, not to flame, but their support is level 12, 22 minutes in. So Dave basically got nothing from that.
That is true.
It looks like Skill Issue's gone. Oh. Is that a Pyro?
That
or is that Steel?
Purge is on it. Oh. Skill Issue will take it. That is actually really good for them. They're going to get back into this game a little bit. Still 5k down. Archie looking for his backline, but Ptolemy and Goddan, are here to stop that for now. Yeah, I mean, you say Siller is only level 12, but I think he's, in items, he's basically as far as Popular is, so I don't think it matters too much. As you do see Dave's go for this Gold Fury, arguably more important than a Pyromancer at this point.
Yeah, it looks like a skill issue just backed. I'm not entirely sure why. I think there wasn't even a much of a fight. But Dave's recognised they've all backed and gotten a nice goal through. Though it's taking years,
It
but it's
is
done.
taking years. Now, looking at player damage charts as well, I'm sorry to say this, but I do think the Nike jungle is not the pick, right? Like, we need a jungler to do stuff here. Archie is always there, though he also hasn't done that much more damage, to be fair, but he's always in that backline, frontlining at least, which Purge hasn't managed to do that much. So, do you think this Nike will have an impact, or has it, well, already
Um,
lost what it was supposed to do?
maybe I think. Hmm. I probably would have said that the Nike would have done really well early. The Nike ult is
Yeah.
pretty strong, but we are pretty much gone. We're gone past early now. We've gone past mid. We're looking at late. I will say, looking at his damage, it's not the worst because if you look at Ravana's damage, it's only a
Yeah.
2k above, so you can't base everything off damage here. But it does seem like the Nike's playing more of a solo, but just absolutely getting burned. I think the Horus is going on her every time and just obliterates them.
Yeah, I mean, there are also two Sunders on the side of Daves now, so that ultimate is just going to be gone so quick, the shield from it. We do see a lot of fighting in mid, but just like last game, it's just no one really dies. Everyone is so tanky. And I mean, if you actually look on it, Dave said everyone is building tanky besides this Chiron. Yeah, Biggie Doings is in a bit far. He will live for now, dropping really low here. We do see Scotland Yard as well, trying to take Purge back to his team. But everyone getting out for now. Argus is on the hunt. Silo dropping low. Oh, goddamn, with the crits. No, not the crits. No, he is critting. He's got on an arrow already. Some big damage onto this Horus. Finally, he cannot just do whatever he wants anymore. The ADC has come online. That means skill issue. They should push forward here, right? Yeah, Purge and Siller looking for it from the side. Biggie Doings having TP'd back in, I believe, will look for some more damage. But the rest of his team, unfortunately, not there with him. Ptolemy having to back. Siller being half. Same with the Purge. I mean, this fight is over, though it does go into favor of skill issue.
Well done. This is it seems to be getting a bit more late game. This Shablanca is turning on. I think the Chiron's doing slightly less damage than the Shablanca is doing more, which I think is a bit expected. But I will say the Chiron's still doing very well, dishing out a lot of damage it seems. The Shablanca is coming back into it, and it's good to see that I wasn't wrong.
It's good to see that I wasn't wrong. Look, he's building
Yeah,
crit, my
I
guy.
mean, it was expected. This is what we called out the Shablanca. Yeah, why is he building crit? What's going on? Sparkfire should not be right here. You should not.
I mean,
be right.
listen, man, that's actually the build I kind of want to go. Like
cool.
going on an arrow into some more crit. I do like that. Archie Baker being caught out of position, but he's just so safe with his 2 and the ultimate. Biggie Doings is at the receiving end of damage. Oh, some snipes coming out from Chiron. It's not enough for now. Mid lane still looking. We've got the Titans there. Oh, it's a 4-man push towards Biggie Doings, who will be able to ult out. Some big crits coming back onto the Horror. See, I told you crits are OP. He just forced Popular out of this fight like it was nothing. With that, it's again a fight that didn't really get anything done. Pyromancer picked up by Daves, but we do still have 4 of skill issue around. Pyro half, Titans fighting in mid, Archie trying to take care of that. Oh, Scotland Yard, he's looking not a bit worse for wear, having to get out. Argus is there as well. Purge actually with his ultimate now doing a decent bit of work as this Chaos Titan will push down the middle lane. There's so much fighting and so little kills, just please do something.
Dave's got the advantage here.
They do for sure. Ptolemy coming in with
it's-
some good damage.
Yep.
Sorry, Biggie Doings is there. Half a bit lower. Argus is still doing so much damage.
Ooh.
Scotland Yard finding Purge. And with that, Daves is finally back on top. They're going to push it out. Archie almost getting another kill. Tier 2 dropping. And they still have this Titan. They're going to push for the Phoenix.
They should push for the Phoenix. They're ahead. They've gotten a pick. And I don't know. It looks like a skill she didn't get into the Phoenix. Get back into the fountain to heal.
Some
They
good
left.
crits, yeah. See, it was all the crits. It was only X-Ball that will turn like these fights around. Popular almost die again because
You've
he's
heard
doing
it here,
damage so
boys.
much.
And
Exactly.
ladies and
It's
gentlemen,
all
Sparkfire
about the
has.
crit.
He's predicted that crit will be the new meta. Oh my god, if crit's the new meta, I will be shocked. Maybe.
I'm gonna try it a bit more, but I do like I like the idea at least of the Ornate Arrow into a lot of pen and then 2 other crit items. I do really like it. I think you'll have basically the same amount of pen as with the build now. Well, okay, you won't, but like you're gonna get decently close. And then with the Deathbringer and some pen from the now Wind Demon, which is not Wind Demon anymore. I think it should be good.
Okay. Alright, I'll believe in you. For now.
For now, I'll show
now.
you one day.
You gotta show me proof.
Yeah.
Maybe next week.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, maybe.
I don't know. We'll see.
Another free Gold Fury for the son of Daves. Shouldn't Skill Issue actually step up?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's literally that. It looks like Skill. She just had no wards, had no clue what Daves were doing, and just let it go. Well, not let it go, they just had no clue. So yeah, should they have stepped up? Yes.
Yeah.
But it looks like they were kind of rotating to fire. I mean, Skill Shoe definitely could have picked up fire. Though, I think no one's recognized that, apart from us, after watching these games, people don't burn objectives. It seems to take a year and a half. So, oh, Horus. Horus is...
Well fired Popular
My
really
gosh.
low. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Yeah, but again, not much happening. We do see some good damage. Like Popular, he plays like he was in the first 15 minutes where he could just go in without a care in the world. But now there's actually some damage coming online for Skill Issue, so he needs to be a bit more careful about how he plays, I think, here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this Horus has been just being able to tank everything. They don't do anything. They don't do any damage to him. But now, see, this is where ADCs just need to shut up, because you guys are absolutely broken, right? Because look at that. Horus has gone from tanking absolutely everything to being almost 6-shot by Ultra Blanco. It's
I mean, look, maybe you just built anti-crit.
What do you mean, I mean? Yeah, that's true. He hasn't built anti-crit. I think it's kind of messed with him.
Purge pushing it further. Biggie Doings on his back. We do see some good CC coming out from Dave, so we'll now push it back. Skill Issue maybe overestimating themselves a little bit. X-Bold will not really be able to separate this fight out. Yeah, Argus is just pushing so hard. Still low again. But look at all those crits. Archie Baker will kill Ptolemy, and Biggie Doings dropping as well. Good Dan. He's still here. He's doing damage, but it's not going to be enough other than another with the triple kill. Siller, the only one up. He's going to run away, but this might just be game. As Daves will push into the middle lane. Phoenix, Archie Baker still looking for the kill to Siller. And will he get it? The Titan is in the way for now, body blocking as Siller is dodging around this Titan room. And he still hasn't died. He will live. Mid Phoenix will be taken. But yeah, I think that has to be a backup. Maybe get EFG. At least a Pyro. Though you do have to go for it now.
Oh, wow. It makes me cry that is not. How is that not an end game? No, I understand why it's not an end game. But, like, they don't kill the Titan, do they?
I would imagine they don't have the objective burn. I don't feel like they would have the.
They don't have the objective burn.
Yeah.
I mean, the next person up was up in 20 seconds. They had already taken the. Maybe had to wait on a few minions. I get it, but yeah, I get it. But this should be. I don't know actually. I mean, Skillshare should just run over. They should just run over there right now. They're not going to burn the objective for quite a while. Just group up, run over there right now.
I'm a bit confused by both teams. I think Davis could have gone for this fire giant straight away, or at least a lot quicker. Meanwhile, Skill Issue is just completely giving up this EFG, which could mean that they just lose, like, straight up. Biggie Doings, he's here. He doesn't want this to be over just yet. It's quite tanky. He's getting zoned by Popular and Scotland Yard. Fire giant dropped. now skill issue is grouping up for this.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of I almost want to say a bit of miscommunication from team to team. Almost, it looks like Dave's realised that they don't have the objective burn.
Yeah.
Because of the new meta, and skill issue didn't realise they didn't have the objective burn due to the new update. So I think skill issue got a bit lucky there. Turned
Maybe
up
they just
very,
realised as
very
well.
late.
Maybe they just know as well. Daves don't have any objective burn, so like we can just go somewhere else and do something else.
Look
They
at
won't get
that.
it anyway.
There you go. I don't know why this Horus ain't tanking much. Let's have a look at his build. Oof. Okay, he's got War Flag Thieves, Binding Genjis, and Bissell. They really
If
don't
that
like
makes
the
sense
mic.
why this ADC is burning him. Skill issue will
Yeah.
get the Pyromancer as well. Biggie Doink's just zoning in mid. But yeah, with two of those what's it? Not hybrid items, but magical and physical prot items that don't have much of either. He's probably just about at 200, 250 prots of each, I would imagine.
Yeah, and he probably doesn't have much physical either.
Yeah.
So he's probably, he's going to get absolutely ruined by the Tremblanque, which has crit. So that man definitely needs a Spectral, at least, I think, at this point.
It would
Otherwise,
probably help a lot.
Yeah, Solo got Spectral. No, Solo hasn't got Spectral. He needs Spectral. Just get Spectral, please. Recognize that the Tremblanque has crit. And get Spectral.
Yes. Now we do see Dave's positioning around, wanting to fight either the another. It's in a bit of a weird spot, but it doesn't matter too much. Bit of damage coming onto Popular, as we do see a little fight in left as well. There are some Oni minions pushing down this tower, and Archie's just got to basic it down. Purge cannot defend it. Meanwhile, we see Biggie Doinks in mid trying to do something, I guess, but Goddamn is in a right. Having to deal with those Oni minions really just spread skill issue all over the map. As Dave's, they want to rotate on someone.
I'm not entirely sure what's happening.
Oh yeah, big
No
horse.
one's got fire.
No one
They're
has
not having
got fire.
firefights at this point.
They just know they want to fight, and they're gonna try to do so. But Popular, it doesn't look too good for him. The horse rolls in, maybe a little overzealous here, as we do see skill issue. Biggie Doinks, he wants it. He's gonna go for it, but the rest of his team just kind of chilling, hanging back, watching, letting him do his thing. Maybe they'll go for it next time. Purge caught out in the jungle around his back cams, but Hera not doing too much damage, being defensive herself in her build. Yeah, how are either teams going to end this game? What do you think?
I have no clue. They're just both teams are extremely tanky. It almost seems like it's a bit in skill issue's favour because they just seem to absolutely burn him, or they just get absolutely burned, just slowly poked out. So definitely be interesting. I'd like to see a firefight. It looks like I'm going to get that. I think this is in Dave's favour, maybe as long as they take the fight early. Because they burned a lot of ults during that fight in left. So if Daves can pick up on that, fight them now, they've got no ults.
I do still think if they can take out Goddan early, this should be a fight in today's favor. If Goddan is allowed to live in free cast, it's definitely skill issues fight. We do see Popular again. He's just not tanky at all anymore.
He's getting caught. He's frontlining and he's getting half health for every single team fight.
Yeah. We do see Biggie Doinks is trying to make something happen again for his team, but no one's there, not much CC either. That means Skiller should actually have the commanding position over this Fire Giant. Every ultimate back up as well, so that means I think it's a very even fight. Some healing come out from Popular as well, just stancing up, and he will just drop down to half straight away, told me over the wall.
Ooh.
But like both are just they're just watching each other. No one's really feeling comfortable to engage here. As I say that, Biggie Doinks still in there, not being CC'd though. Yeah, and still nothing happens. Mid-fight, Archie Baker versus Purge, but no one's going to be able to kill each other there because both building hybrid. I'm sorry, but there's just nothing happening.
It's quite an interesting fight, I will say. It's literally the most weirdest poke battle I've ever seen.
we do talk about pokes, some good stuff coming out from this Chiron. Yeah, Biggie Doings looking really low, but so is Other the Another. We just need people to engage now. Purge having to get back out as well, meaning Biggie Doings will die to his popular. Where is the rest of Skill Issue? You are still so healthy. Kill them. We see Scotland Yard, who is on a quarter HP. Other the Another was on like 100 maybe. Just engage back onto them. Jump onto them. But then again,
Yeah.
I guess it is kind of hard for goddamn Ptolemy to really get close enough by themselves. That means a Pyromancer going for Davis, but again, they don't have the damage for a Fire Giant.
I think the Chiron is actually doing a pretty decent job with what he's got. He's decided to use the Chiron ult as poke against their backline,
Yes.
which then the backline backs up. The front line doesn't recognize that quick enough and just gets absolutely obliterated. But after that massive fight, they've picked up they've picked a guy off. They are still not going for fire. Oh my god. I don't know how they're gonna end this. It's just gonna be whatever team can just get a clean wipe. I think they both recognise this. They don't care about fire at this point.
I mean, they really don't. They're just walking anywhere but fire. But yeah, I mean, as you said, for Daves, it definitely makes sense. You don't really have the burn, as we've said so many times this game. Purge getting a triple knockup, some good ultimate as well. Argus is coming back in, if I saw that correctly. Goddamn, he's here. Popular will not survive this fight, and now this is what we said was going to happen, what Daves had to be scared of. Archie Baker, he's still here. He's doing so much damage, and Other the Another, he wants it too. He will find one, he will find two. Meanwhile, Archie cleaning up the rest of Skill Issue. What looked to be such a good fight will turn into almost a clean wipe. Biggie Doings is running away. Scotland Yard hot on his heels. The rest of Dave's too. They want this steer side and they want to end this game, but I don't think Biggie Doings will drop here. Other than the dashing forwards will be stunned out. Scotland Yard as well, the slow coming out, some basic attacks, will it be enough? Biggie Doings, he's so low, but yet he lives. The combat dodge again will save him for now. No ultimate from the Chiron will mean it will only be a middle Phoenix yet again.
They've got... Are they going for the finish? They have 23 seconds till Terror comes up. Do they have the damage? They got Terror, they got Cullen, they got Ravana, Chiron.
Scotland Yard backing off, TPing back in. Other the Another dropping really low. Titan at half. Biggie Doings, he will not live through it. The Chiron ultimate will be enough, and that means finally Daves have find their fight and their footing, and with that, it is an easy 2-0 for Daves. Well, I say easy. This last game was not clean at all. It was not easy. But yeah, a good showing for Daves. In parts, I guess. A bit scrappy, in my opinion. Just not much happening.
I think both teams played that really well. It just seems like Dave's understood the meta just slightly. Though nonetheless, I think Skirishia did a very good job. I think the game ended 8-20. However, it did not seem like that. I think 8-20, 10k difference. It didn't seem like that to me. Both teams did really well. One team seemed dominant. All of a sudden, it got absolutely turned around. So I just, but really good. I think a really good showing by. I'd probably say Dave's ADC.
Oh yeah.
This time I think he's absolutely gone huge. I think the Marty first game and then the Chiron the second game. I didn't expect the Chiron to do so well, but it looks like he's gone 8-0-7. No one can shut that down. That man down. Wow.
He's gone massive.
He's gone. Well, it's like a 15-minute game, but like still.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say as well. I do think Dave's just had such a much more clearer plan of what I wanted to do, and it was we're going to just fight and kill you. We can't do objectives, so we also won't care about them. If you step up to us, we're just going to kill you. Which did get harder because with this more standard comp of Skill Issue, right, they get some more consistent and easy damage come late game. But it just did work out for Daves, and I mean, as you said, Other the Another, he's just hard carried this so much. The Marty game was insane, and this Karen game even more so. With that, I was gonna ask because I really like the crowning of the MVP, but I think we already know, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think the MVP is probably Dave Saley.
Yeah, either the another will for sure take it, at least for the Karen game, for sure. But yeah, that means Daves will actually propel themselves up a bit, up onto 4th spot. Skill issue, unfortunately, still very much at the bottom now, more so than ever. That has been the upper division match, Daves versus Skill issue. Daves taking it in a 2-0, semi-dominant, I would say. People to look out for. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back with more streams in the near future.